This just in, breaking news, our top story tonight, Bitcoin price soars as futures hit the open market. This is normally where I say a joke, but I couldn't think of one. Bulgaria stunned to find they have $3 billion in Bitcoin. My question? How to find Bulgaria. Bitcoin Super is finally set to fork tomorrow. Experts say that's super, go fork yourself. Also, sad news out of Las Vegas today as YouTuber resorts to begging for subs from his audience. Oh wait, and finally tonight, fraudulent wallets found on the Apple Play Store. Nice try, guys. Not falling for that one again. All of this and more tonight on Crypto News. We've got a lot to talk about today, but before we do that, let's jump in and take a look at what the market looks like right now. It's another green day for the market. We're seeing gains across the board. Litecoin knocking on the door of $200. Didn't think I'd be saying that this year, with a 30% gain in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin surging through these future markets, opening up 13% today. A solid day for Bitcoin. Bitcoin Gold having a decent day as well. And really, we're seeing gains across the entire board. Everyone's up between small and large. It's another great day for crypto. Let's jump into our first story here. Bulgaria realizing they have over $3 billion in Bitcoin. Now, earlier this year, the Bulgarian government confiscated exactly 213,519 Bitcoin from an organized crime group. Apparently what that crime group was doing was hacking into private computers and bank accounts and transferring the money around whole Yugoslavian countries. To avoid being tracked by police, they were buying Bitcoins with it. Unfortunately for the villains, the Bulgarian police were smarter than them and identified the group and confiscated the money. So they confiscated this money, weren't really sure what to do with it, and then all of a sudden they realized this is worth $3 billion more than we had before. It's a pretty good way to find money under the couch. God damn it. So what does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, if Bulgaria decides to sell all of it, it would absolutely smash the market. I mean, this is over 1% of all of the Bitcoin that exist. That would be massive flooding for the market if they did decide to sell all of them. So we're going to have to stay tuned on that. Hopefully they decide to hodl for at least a little bit longer here, but time will tell. Our next story is on Super Bitcoin forking tomorrow. Now, there have been a lot of forks, and we don't know exactly what value this fork is going to be, but they are trying to, quote, make Bitcoin great again. God, can we stop with the make things great again? I get it. I get it. It's a slogan that works. I understand. But how about being a little more creative? How about coming up with something that could really be a game changer? Something that might really make this cryptocurrency pop. Something like Super Bitcoin. Why not? Or Super Bitcoin. Yep, another one. Or Super Bitcoin. We're not Bitcoin Cash. As far as the currency goes itself, I don't really know too much about it, but I can say they're adding in 210K pre-mined coins, which is why you guys have to be careful with these Bitcoin forks. Every time Bitcoin forks, it's not really two Bitcoins, it's Bitcoin and a new altcoin. There are going to be 210,000 coins of this alt that there aren't going to be of Bitcoin. So be aware of what's happening with these forks. We'll see how this plays out, and we'll have to go from there. Our next story is something you guys should be aware of because security is so important in the world of crypto. There have been fraudulent wallets on the Apple Play Store, so do not use wallets that are not verified and approved, okay? In fact, you know what, guys? Use cold storage. I'm going to say it a million times on this channel. It's going to be video 300. I'm going to be yelling, use cold storage. In fact, let's get this going. Use cold storage. Doug Polk, 2017. One thing that happened, and this was very tricky, was my Ether wallet, which is one of the biggest ways you can store Ethereum, and they do not have a mobile app. Well, someone made the My Ether Wallet app, and it is in no way related to My Ether Wallet. When My Ether Wallet realized this was going on, they took to Twitter to make a statement. This is not us. We have filed reports and emailed and reported. They've both filed reports and reported. That's a serious stance to take. Would appreciate the community's assistance in getting these scam tarts out of our lives. P.S. We are something or other. I don't understand. So basically, this is not My Ether Wallet, and scammers were using their name to try and take your money, to try and get you to put money onto their app. That wasn't them. So be careful out there, guys. Use legitimate sites. Make sure you have the right domain. Keep your money on cold storage, and try and be safe in a world that has so much theft. All right, I know what you're sitting there thinking. Doug, come on. Let's jump in and talk about Bitcoin futures. I don't care if people are getting scammed. Real dick move, man. Real dick move. But all right, let's talk about it. This has been a long-awaited moment for the world of crypto. We're finally seeing the world of traditional investing, of the large financial institutions we've come to know, clashing with the online cryptocurrency world of Bitcoin. What will happen? Some people seem to think it's going to drop. Some people think it's going to rise. What will happen? Who will emerge from the smoke? Wait, I think I'm seeing something off in the distance. Wait, is that... I can't tell. Now, it's certainly too early to tell for sure, but so far, Bitcoin has been doing fantastic on the futures market. This is trading on a different market than what we talked about in one of our past videos. This is actually on the CBOE instead of the CME. The CBOE stands for the Chicago Board Options Exchange, and they are the largest U.S. options exchange with annual trading volume that hovered around $1.3 billion in contracts at the end of 2014. This is where things start to get kind of funny. So yesterday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, CBOE launched its Bitcoin futures. Now, immediately, the website went down, which CBOE attributed to significant traffic around the futures launch in a post on Twitter, which coincided with the sudden surge in price of Bitcoin. Now, again, it's early, but it does seem good for Bitcoin that when this hit the public market, Bitcoin price went up, people were trying to buy these contracts, and there was so much traffic to the site that it shut the site down. We are also seeing applications for other exchanges to try and jump on board and have their own Bitcoin-related products. This includes the VanEck Vectors Bitcoin Strategy ETF, as well as both the REX Bitcoin Strategy ETF and REX Short Bitcoin Strategy ETF. So we're seeing more and more people try and jump in here and capitalize on all of this madness revolving around Bitcoin. If we look at a graph of Bitcoin since it was listed on the futures market, we've actually seen Bitcoin pretty much nonstop go up. So this could be a good sign, guys. We have another hurdle to get through next week when it's released on the CME. But if it actually turns out that people are looking to buy Bitcoin in more of the financial institutions, more of the traditional markets, then we could see Bitcoin surge in a way we've not seen to date. I know that's a crazy thing to say, might not happen, but it's absolutely on the table. Many people took to Twitter to voice their opinions about Bitcoin. This included Trace Mayer, who said, Bitcoin futures launched 15 minutes ago and the CBOE site is down. Coinbase is down. Lots of exchanges are down. Guess they do not know how to scale. Bitcoin network is up and has not experienced any downtime. Go figure. Go BTC. Kind of funny, Bitcoin's actually still up and running while all these other exchanges are down. But again, I think that people were just not ready to handle this volume. You know, we've seen so many downloads lately. Coinbase making it all the way to #1 in the App Store. People are crazy for cryptocurrency right now, and that creates a lot of traffic that businesses might not be ready for. If you're just getting into cryptocurrency, it might seem like really confusing times right now. And that's fair because we have a lot going on. It's actually one of the best things about the space is that there's so much to talk about. But at the same time, don't feel scared to jump in there just because you see a large price tag. One thing that I see way too much from people is thinking, oh, I can't afford one Bitcoin, so I can't be involved. You can even be involved in a small scale, buying $100, $500, or $1,000. Now, I'm not saying that you should do whatever you're comfortable with. I think long-term, it's a good investment. I'm investing in it, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work. In fact, anytime someone tells you that something is guaranteed or is for sure going to work, they're lying to you. You do not know how the market is going to react. Bitcoin could be worth $1,000 next week. Is it likely? Probably not. Although that would be nice. I could buy some cheap Bitcoin. Now, I'm in no way a financial advisor, and anything that you invest, you can lose. But what I would recommend is that if you're interested in learning more about the space and you believe in the fundamental value of Bitcoin, just buy a small amount of Bitcoin and start to follow the information and news more closely. See what's going on. See if you can start to see some of the problems with Bitcoin, some of the solutions, if you think it's valuable, and then kind of go from there. I would also advocate to keep a lot of your money in traditional markets. Get some stocks and ETFs, some total market funds. Get some real estate. Don't just put everything into Bitcoin. I mean, I've seen articles of people getting mortgages on their home to put into Bitcoin. Please don't do that. I know it might seem like you're getting rich right now, but there's risk. That's the thing. I do think the upside is big. I think the returns are better than almost any other market, but you take on so much more risk when you invest in cryptocurrency. So be smart about it, guys. Diversify yourself and don't end up holding the bag if there is a huge crash in Bitcoin and you put your entire life into it. That got a little dark. And I don't think it's going that direction, but it's important that we're aware that it could happen and that we proceed accordingly. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, hit that subscribe button and join the team. We have a lot of videos coming up in the future, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you there.